Recently, on a hot summer day in August in Basra, Al-Iraq, a tragedy occurred to the people who woke up to Dr. Ban Ziyad dead in her own home. Ban Ziyad, a young psychiatrist in Iraq, known for her kindness, her smile, her loving heart. The patients love her, her co-workers love her, her friends admire her. She passed away the 4th of August. The moment the police arrived to her home, she was found in the bathroom, and they immediately, without scanning her surroundings, they filed that she has done that to herself. The problem starts here. Nobody knew of this case until one of the people who works in the hospital uploaded a paper sheet picture into their social media, and suddenly it was everywhere. And I was shocked when I saw it. I didn't know about Ban, but when I saw this sheet and I read it, I was like, how did the authorities read this and think, oh, she did this to herself? Trust me, I'm about to tell you the most horrific details that I've ever read in my whole life. When I will describe to you how she looked when she was found, you will not believe that someone, a human being, just like you and me, looked at her and decided that she did that to herself. Ban was found in the bathroom, blood everywhere, and there is a picture that I will maybe not include in this video. So if you don't want to see it, just skip the next 5 seconds. Right by the white door, written in her own blood, a sentence in Arabic saying, Uridullah, or I want God, which is very shocking. How could anyone look at that and think, yeah, because someone wouldn't really die until they cause themselves to bleed, right? So she was bleeding instead of getting dizzy, feeling the pain and dying. No. She got up, she walked, she wrote it, and then she went back to death. Oh my God. This is not even a joke, let me tell you. You are probably expecting she cut her wrist, just like we see in the movies. No, she did not. Both her hands from here to here were cut deeply. You could literally touch the bones. The bones were about to fall out of her hand. How is that normal? So she did this to one hand. Believable. She then did this to the other hand. Okay. And instead of bleeding or dying, she also choked herself because there were strong, visible strangling marks on her neck. Her whole body was full of scratches. So she did this. She did all of this to end her life. I've never seen anyone go through all of the struggle to leave. I'm sorry, I'm not supporting this, but I'm saying it does not make sense. As a human being, when I look at this is a crime scene. You cannot tell me it is not. And what is pissing me off, due to all respect, is her mother. Her father too, but I don't want to really talk about him. But her mother, oh my God. She knows her daughter better than all of us, and she knows her daughter did it. And she's like, there's no evidence or anything. My daughter did it. I know my daughter. Look at this video.
ضغوطات عمل ماما، دوائرنا متعبة ترى. دائرة الصحة متعبة. مو بس دائرة الصحة. كل الدوائر متعبة، بس اكو انسان يتحمل، اكو انسان ما يتحمل. انا مدرسة تربوية. صارت هواية ضغوطات عمل علي. اوصل الى حالات اكتئاب. وافهم هذا الشيء لان انا احب الطب النفسي، ترى انا من اول اقرا نفسيه. اكيد بنتي واعرفها بسبب الضغوطات النفسيه. بنتي صار بها هذا الشيء ووصلت لهاي المرحله.
After a while of the death, there has been a lot of people going outside in the streets, people who do not or do no ban, they want justice for her. They're like, open an investigation. You cannot close this case and say, oh my God, she did that to herself. Meanwhile, the evidences that are all over the crime scene are saying otherwise. A lot of people on the internet, as you know, they went and started their own investigation to check in and see who could be a potential suspect, because from the reaction of her family, I'm sorry, but it could not have been anyone else. I could be in this situation. I'm a heartbroken mother, but I saw my daughter. I saw her arms. I saw the marks on her neck. I saw her. I cannot say my daughter did that to herself. And Ban works alongside with a lot of psychiatrists, right? All of them said that Ban had not a single intention of doing that, and that she was very cheerful. She loved her job. She was looking forward to tomorrow. And her friend said that she was planning to go to Italy. The girl woke up and was like, no, all of my life is not worth it anymore. This is not how it happens. And if you think it's an easy decision, even for someone who's so depressed at their lowest moment, it's still not an easy decision to make, because as human beings, we always try to find anything good, any small light to hold on tight into. And her friends, the people who work with her, they all said she had no single signs that she was the type of person who would do that. There are signs, and these people are experts. They would have noticed, if anything. They're saying there were no signs that she would have done that to herself. The people on the internet were mad. They went and started looking up on social media for her brother's account, and they found him. Tell me, are these coincidences, or is this the evidence standing in front of us and we just don't want to look at it? We're just trying to ignore it. I will show you his profile. I'll show you a couple of drawings that he drew and uploaded. And some of them are going to sound and look awfully familiar to anyone who heard the description I mentioned about how Ban's body was found. Also, people said, because right now his account has been on private and I think he deleted a lot of things. I couldn't find it personally. So the thing is, he had I think a link or a quote from a novel about siblings being enemies and killing each other. And in this novel, I heard people saying, like, one of the most important quotes is, I want Allah, I want God. Uridullah. Sounds familiar to me. Sounds very familiar to me. Her parents say they were traveling, and when the body was found, a lot of the people who worked at the hospital, they said, this body has been dead for so many hours. You're telling me your daughter's in the shower, nobody knows she's in the shower for hours. You're telling me she did all of this to herself. And she was not home alone. She was with her brother, her sister, and some people even claim that her uncle was there too. The two parents, no one could confirm if they were there or not. Some of the neighbors said they saw them, but the parents say they were traveling and they just arrived that morning. A lot of people from the neighbors have been uploading some videos and sort of like voice recordings of Ban's final moments. I personally choose not to believe that those are real, because these are very heartbroken to hear, and I don't think I'll be able to attach anything at all, because it's just horrible and I don't want you to break down, because when I did earlier I was so shocked at how hurtful. And if these are real, okay, but if these are not, I just want to tell people out there, yeah, we are trying our best to raise awareness about this case, but you cannot just go around and make use of it for your own and start like spreading rumors and stuff like this just to get views. Why are you doing this? A lot of people are like, oh my god, knew about the bad case, look at this. Why are we doing that? Why do we always do that when something happens around the world? Can't we just be kind and respect that this lovely woman passed away? Can't we do that? A lot of men and women in Iraq are protesting because this is not just another case. We do not want another woman dying with unanswered questions. We want answers. We wish authorities can do something about this. We want this to be solved and not closed. Right now, there are two kinds of people when it comes to this case. The people who believe, by the way, none of these two people believed that it was her who did this to herself, because you know why, like, it's so obvious. She couldn't have done that. It's not possible. Some people believe, okay, maybe the parents are sort of like forced to say that. Maybe it's what the authorities told them and they have to believe it. And what hurts me most is that the men in the comment section of any video about Ban, they always write, but what did she do? Huh? Her family wouldn't kill her like this if she didn't do anything. She probably did something. Okay, let's say she did something. She did the most horrible thing you can imagine. You still have no right to kill her, okay? Yeah, I said it. She is to be reported to the police. And if they sentence her death, fine. I accept that. Other than that, no. Nobody has the right to kill her. And this is normalized. This is very normalized and I hate it. And it reminded me of a case that happened in Egypt a couple of years ago where a mother, okay, her daughter was killed by her own brother. So the son killed the daughter. And she stood in front of the judge and she was telling him, I know that he killed my daughter, but I forgive him. Please, just let my son go. And the judge was yelling at her. He was like, how could you do this? How could you let go of the simplest right of your dead daughter? How could you do that? And she was like, I just, I have to save my son from, he killed her, but he's her brother. And what's happening? Okay, he killed her, but he's her brother. Because when a man is gonna die and meet Allah, he's gonna talk to Allah and he's gonna be like, you're not going to forgive me? I'm a man. I'm just not like the low life women that were here that you couldn't forget. You can forgive me. My mistake and a woman's mistake are not the same. I'm better. I've been treated this way my whole life. I am the man. I am better than any woman on earth. I am the favorite in the family. I am the, I don't know who they think they are, but there are a lot of men who think like this. And honestly, I don't blame them. It's the society. They make them feel like they are higher, they are better, even though men should be providing for women. They should be protecting women. They should work together to build certain balance. But no, not in this time. In this time, the man is just everything, and you're a woman, I can tell. Useless, low life. How is this normalized? How are we normalizing this? I'm very disappointed right now, and I can't even talk anymore about this. And honestly, I cannot let this one go, even though it's not my usual content. But when I saw the case, I was like, we have to raise awareness about Ban, because this is not just another woman who's gonna die and nobody's gonna know what actually happened. We need real investigation. We need someone to be behind bars in prison, if not sentenced death, because that's the least they deserve. Because we cannot shut up anymore. This is not the first, not the second, not the third time that something like this happened around the world. There are lots of cases where we never know what happened to the woman. And they're like, oh, she wasn't dressed right. She wasn't in the right place. She wasn't out at the right time. No, honey. This is not how it works. Stop making excuses, okay? It does not matter what she wore, where she was, at what time she was. I don't care, right? I don't care. I just want to know you have no right to do whatever comes into your mind just because you make some sick excuses to yourself. And bad is not gonna be one of those stories where we never know what happened, because you and I, we're gonna make sure to speak up. Whether we share a story, we share a video, we do anything, we just talk about it. I do not know if her family are being genuine, if they're grieving, if they're confused, if I don't know what's wrong with them. But if you don't want to bring the rights of your daughter, we will. I know you didn't expect that, but I believe no one is going to shut up. The protests are still active in Iraq, and nobody is going to shut up about this. And I think authorities said they will start an investigation, and they did arrest a suspect that they did not say who the suspect was. And as this comes to an end, I want to say I gathered all of these information from all across the internet. So I hope I didn't bring any misinformation to you, and this is just what people has been sharing on the internet. It's not me coming up with these opinions or stories. This will not come to an end until all of the questions have been answered. We want to know who did this, why they did this, how did they do this. We want to know everything, and we want them behind bars, and we want them to be sentenced, rightfully, like we always want. This was pretty much it for today's video. Thank you for watching till the very end, and bye.
سلامتكم وسلامتكم 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 وسلامتكم.